Okay, let's jump right in. Today, we're taking a hard look at two of the heavy hitters in AI search visibility, GeoForge and AirOps. Now, just to be upfront, I'm an independent tech analyst. My job here isn't to sell you software. If you're running demand gen or B2B marketing right now, you already know generative AI is completely rewiring search. But what you really need is to navigate this whole new category without all the vendor spin. So let's break it down. The big question we need to answer is, which of these actually fits your day-to-day operational reality? Because honestly, picking between them isn't about counting flashier features. It's about matching the software to your team's actual execution bandwidth. Both of these tools have very real strengths, but they are built to solve entirely different immediate problems. And the context here? It's incredibly urgent. Look at this data from AirOps research. Third-party content is responsible for 85% of brand awareness in commercial search. That's massive. We're rapidly moving away from a world of clicking blue web links to competing for visibility inside AI-generated answers. Earning those citations in generative engines? That is your new critical battleground. To help you figure out the best path forward, we're going to use a structured evaluation framework. We'll strip away the hype and walk through their core design philosophies, the real operational trade-offs, a clear decision framework, some honest gaps in the category, and then one final insight to take away. All right, starting with our first area, core design philosophies. We're dealing with two very different instruments built for entirely different strategic goals. Think about their role and purpose like this. AirOps is essentially a sprawling content factory. It's built from the ground up for SEO teams who want to orchestrate and scale massive volumes of brand-accurate web content using multi-step AI workflows. GeoForge, on the other hand, is a magnifying glass. Its purpose is highly targeted. It's an instrument built to do one very specific thing: ensure your brand gets explicitly cited in LLM answers like ChatGPT and Perplexity. So, how do those differing philosophies translate to your day-to-day? Let's navigate the real trade-offs around execution, cost, and complexity. Let's talk cost predictability first because, well, nobody likes a surprise built from finance, right? AirOps runs on a capped model. You're looking at around $2,000 a month for their Pro plan, but you are capped at 250 tracked pages. If you hit those limits, your fees go up. GeoForge sits on the total opposite end of that spectrum with a flat model. It's $1,250 a month for just the platform, or $2,500 if you want it fully managed, but you get unlimited content production without hitting any AI credit walls. And then there's the balance of depth versus time to value. This is a big one. Real users consistently point out that AirOps has a pretty steep learning curve. Yes, it absolutely rewards you with limitless workflow control and custom integrations, but it requires serious upfront setup. You might literally be waiting weeks just for internal IT alignment. GeoForge is designed to bypass those bottlenecks completely. You trade that deep custom workflow building for a much faster, fully managed path. They basically just ingest your proprietary docs into their system to ground the AI, handling all the heavy lifting for you. So, how do you actually choose? Let's distill this into a diagnostic decision framework for your team. It really branches down to your primary goal. If your main objective is broad content operational scale, meaning you need to publish large volumes of web content quickly, and you actually have a technical team capable of building custom automated workflows, AirOps deserves serious consideration. But if your goal is targeted LLM visibility, you just need to fix your missing AI citations immediately without draining your internal bandwidth, then GeoForge is likely the much better fit. Before we wrap up, we have to talk about the honest category gaps. What do neither of these platforms solve perfectly? Here is the reality that vendor marketing definitely won't broadcast. Neither of these tools is a set-it-and-forget-it magic bullet. Whether you're running complex AirOps workflows or using GeoForge's managed services, automated engines will still occasionally just invent a feature that your product doesn't even sell. You absolutely cannot eliminate the human editor. Rigorous manual fact-checking and aligning the output with your authentic brand voice, those are still non-negotiable requirements across the board. All right, moving to our final insight, let's talk about the real truth behind AI visibility. It really comes down to this: AI visibility architecture. At the end of the day, paying for software just so you can stare at an AI visibility dashboard, that's really nothing more than expensive anxiety. Winning in generative search requires an architectural commitment. You have to consistently feed structured, proprietary knowledge and high information gain content to these LLMs over time. Regardless of which tool you buy, your success hinges entirely on your team's commitment to systematically running the engine. So the real question you need to ask yourself is, which operational model will your team actually sustain?